Friends, seekers of truth, have you ever paused to consider the vast, echoing silence before the dawn of creation as we know it? Genesis chapter 1, verse 1 tells us, "In the beginning, God created the heavens and the earth." But what if I told you that the story doesn't begin there? What if there's a hidden chapter, a cosmic prelude to the familiar narrative of Adam and Eve? Today, we delve into the intriguing possibility of a world before Adam, a world of celestial beings, rebellion, and a cataclysmic flood that reshaped the very fabric of existence. We'll explore the enigmatic gap between Genesis chapter 1 verse 1 and 1 to 2, that profound pause before the creation we know. Think of it, a vast, undefined period described as without form and void, a desolation echoing the aftermath of divine judgment, a canvas awaiting a new masterpiece. This isn't just about ancient myths. It's about understanding the scope of God's power, the depth of His mercy, and our place within this grand, unfolding drama. Consider Jeremiah chapter 1, verse 5, "Before I formed you in the womb, I knew you." God's knowledge transcends time. He saw the potential of a world before its creation, the rise and fall of civilizations unseen, the rebellion of celestial beings, events that shaped the world we inhabit today. This gap in Genesis isn't a mere literary device. It's a powerful symbol of a time before our familiar story, a time of immense cosmic events. Some suggest this formless and void state, tohu vavohu in Hebrew, speaks of a world ravaged by a prior cosmic event, a divine judgment so profound that it left the earth in ruins. This brings us to the intriguing concept of the sons of God, beings of celestial origin, who rejoiced at the earth's creation. Their story, often relegated to the margins of Scripture, whispers of a world populated by beings far beyond our comprehension, beings who walked with God, yet chose a path of rebellion. The Book of Enoch, though not considered canonical by all, offers a glimpse into this forgotten world, a world of watchers, angelic beings who descended to earth, defying the divine order. These watchers, driven by desires unknown, intermarried with human women, giving rise to the Nephilim, beings of immense power and corruption. Their very existence, a testament to the consequences of defying the divine will. Think of the weight of such a transgression, the ripple effect of their rebellion across the cosmos. The Nephilim, these offspring of the Watchers and human women, are described as giants, beings of immense strength and wickedness, corrupting humanity and plunging the world into chaos. Their actions, a stark contrast to the purity of God's original creation, ultimately led to the devastating flood recounted in Genesis, a judgment that wiped away the remnants of this fallen world. But was this the first instance of cosmic conflict? Was this rebellion merely an echo of a greater, more ancient war? The answer, my friends, lies hidden within the layers of Scripture and tradition. We'll uncover more, exploring the myths of lost civilizations, pondering the possibility of advanced pre-Diluvian societies, and examining the evidence that hints at a world far older than we imagine. We will unravel the mystery of Lucifer's fall, a rebellion that predates Adam's, and consider the significance of Adam as a divine countermeasure, a beacon of hope planted in a devastated world. We will examine how Jesus, the last Adam, redeems not only Adam's failings, but the cosmic failures that preceded him. The path ahead is intricate, filled with questions and revelations. Are we merely players in a cosmic drama that began long before our own earthly existence? What responsibilities do we bear as inheritors of this ancient conflict? I invite you to join me on this journey of discovery as we explore the forgotten chapters of creation, the hidden truths buried beneath the layers of time. Subscribe to the channel, activate your notifications, and join me next time as we continue to unravel the mysteries of what existed before Adam. God bless you all. This is Marco, signing off. Let's delve deeper into the enigmatic figure of Lucifer, the fallen angel, whose rebellion casts a long shadow over the narrative of creation. His fall, often presented as a singular event, might be better understood as the culmination of a much older, perhaps even primordial conflict. Consider the possibility that Lucifer's rebellion wasn't simply a personal act of defiance, but a symptom of a deeper cosmic struggle, a war fought amongst celestial beings long before the creation of Earth. Perhaps his actions were a desperate attempt to seize control in a pre-existing power struggle, a rebellion against a tyrannical regime within the divine court itself. Imagine a celestial hierarchy, complex and potentially flawed, where ambition and discord simmered beneath the surface of divine order. Lucifer, perhaps initially a favored being, might have witnessed injustices, inequities within this celestial realm, fueling his resentment and ultimately leading to his rebellion. This isn't to excuse his actions, but to provide a richer, more nuanced understanding of the motivations behind his fall. His defiance wasn't simply about pride. It might have been a complex response to a system he perceived as unjust. The Book of Revelation hints at this larger cosmic conflict, portraying a war in heaven, a struggle between good and evil on a scale beyond human comprehension. This war isn't just a symbolic representation. It suggests a tangible reality, a conflict that predates humanity and continues to resonate through the fabric of existence. This grand narrative helps us understand the events surrounding the creation of Adam and Eve, not merely as a fresh start, but as a strategic countermeasure, a divine intervention in an ongoing cosmic war. Think of Adam, placed in the Garden of Eden, not just as the first man, but as a pivotal figure in this larger narrative, a beacon of hope, a counterpoint to the rebellion, a new beginning in a cosmos scarred by conflict. His creation and placement in Eden represent a divine response to the chaos created by the fallen angels, a deliberate act to restore order and establish a new paradigm. Adam's fall then becomes a tragic echo of the prior cosmic rebellion, a reminder of the fragility of even the most divinely ordained plans. This perspective reframes the entire biblical narrative, shifting the focus from a simple story of human transgression to a grand cosmic drama, a battle between opposing forces that continues to unfold even today. We are, in essence, inheriting this struggle, carrying the weight of these ancient conflicts within our own hearts and minds. And understanding this context provides a deeper appreciation for the significance of Jesus Christ, the ultimate countermeasure, not just against Adam's failings, but against the cosmic rebellion that predated him. Consider the implications of this cosmic perspective on our understanding of free will. If Lucifer's rebellion was a response to a pre-existing injustice, doesn't that suggest a degree of determinism within the divine realm? Were the actions of these celestial beings predetermined, or did they truly possess the capacity for independent choice? This question echoes through the ages, impacting our own understanding of morality and responsibility. If even divine beings are subject to forces beyond their control, how much more so are we, mere mortals? This isn't about diminishing human responsibility. Instead, it's about acknowledging the complexities of existence. Our choices are shaped by myriad factors: our upbringing, our environment, our genetic predispositions, factors that are often beyond our conscious control. Viewing the fall of Lucifer through this lens allows us to empathize, not condone, his actions, to understand the weight of the cosmic forces at play, the pressures that might have driven him to rebellion, is to gain a deeper appreciation for the struggles within ourselves and within humanity as a whole. Think about the recurring themes of rebellion and redemption throughout history. From ancient myths to modern-day conflicts, the struggle between opposing forces mirrors the celestial battle. Revolutions, both political and personal, often stem from a perceived injustice, a feeling of oppression, a yearning for something more. These struggles, these acts of defiance, aren't isolated incidents. They are echoes of the ancient cosmic conflict, manifestations of the same underlying tensions playing out on a smaller scale. Consider the role of suffering. In the traditional narrative, suffering is often viewed as punishment for sin. But within this cosmic framework, suffering takes on a new dimension. It becomes a consequence of the ongoing cosmic war, a byproduct of the ancient conflict that continues to ripple through time and space. This perspective doesn't diminish the pain of suffering, but it provides a broader context, a framework for understanding its origins and its purpose. It can be a catalyst for growth, a crucible that forges resilience and compassion. And what of the nature of good and evil? Within this cosmic struggle, the lines become blurred. What appears as evil from one perspective might be seen as justice from another. The fallen angels, viewed as villains in the traditional narrative, might have seen themselves as revolutionaries, fighting against a tyrannical regime. This ambiguity challenges our simplistic notions of good and evil, forcing us to confront the complexities of morality and the subjective nature of truth. It encourages us to question our assumptions, to examine our own biases, and to strive for a more nuanced understanding of the world around us. The cosmic war isn't simply a battle between light and darkness. It's a complex interplay of forces, a tapestry woven from threads of ambition, justice, rebellion, and redemption. And we, as inheritors of this ancient conflict, are tasked with understanding its nuances, its complexities, and its enduring legacy. The weight of these ancient battles, these celestial conflicts, rests upon our shoulders, shaping our choices, our destinies, and ultimately, our understanding of ourselves and the universe. This understanding, this cosmic perspective, isn't about justifying wrongdoing. It's about achieving a deeper, more empathetic understanding of the human condition. Consider the countless wars fought throughout history, each born from a confluence of factors, none easily categorized as simply good or evil. The motivations behind these conflicts are often far more nuanced than simplistic narratives allow. We see ambition, the thirst for power, the desperate need for resources, a yearning for freedom, the defense of one's homeland, religious zeal, ideological clashes, a complex tapestry woven from the threads of human experience, mirroring the intricate battle of the cosmos. Each individual participant, whether soldier, general, or civilian, operates within their own context, driven by their own unique motivations, often shaped by forces beyond their control. Think about the individual stories within these larger conflicts. The soldier fighting for what he believes is right, unaware of the larger machinations at play. The civilian caught in the crossfire, their life irrevocably altered by forces far beyond their comprehension. The leader driven by ambition or a warped sense of justice, believing they are acting in the best interests of their people. Each of these individuals, caught in the currents of this cosmic struggle, embodies a fragment of the larger conflict, a microcosm of the celestial war. And what about the seemingly insignificant events in our own lives? The everyday struggles, the minor conflicts, the disappointments and triumphs. These too are echoes of the ancient cosmic battle. The tension between our desires and our responsibilities, the conflict between our personal ambitions and the needs of others, the internal battles we wage against our own flaws and weaknesses. These are all manifestations of the same cosmic forces that have shaped human history. The seemingly small choices we make each day, the seemingly insignificant actions, contribute to the larger narrative, shaping the course of our lives and the lives of those around us. Understanding this cosmic framework allows us to see our own lives, our own struggles, not as isolated incidents but as part of a larger, more meaningful narrative. It allows us to view our own challenges with a sense of perspective, to appreciate the complexities of human behavior, and to cultivate a deeper sense of empathy and compassion. It's not about minimizing the suffering or condoning injustice. It's about gaining a deeper understanding of the forces that shape our lives and the lives of others, allowing us to navigate the complexities of the human experience with greater wisdom and understanding. The weight of history, of these ancient battles, the echoes of celestial conflicts, are not burdens to be carried alone, but rather shared experiences that connect us all. To recognize this connection, this shared heritage, is to begin to unravel the mysteries of existence itself. Consider the seemingly mundane, a heated argument with a loved one, a missed opportunity, a sudden illness. These events, seemingly insignificant in the grand scheme of things, are still reflections of the cosmic struggle. The friction in a relationship mirrors the clash of celestial bodies, the gravitational pull of opposing forces. A missed opportunity represents a divergence from a predetermined path, a shift in the cosmic currents that alters the course of one's life. A sudden illness can be viewed as a disruption of the natural order, a reminder of the fragility of existence, the precarious balance of life and death, a microcosm of the constant creation and destruction that underpins the universe. Think of the stories told throughout history, the myths and legends passed down through generations. These stories, often filled with gods and monsters, heroes and villains, are not mere fantasies, but rather symbolic representations of the cosmic struggle. The battle between good and evil, light and darkness, order and chaos. These are not abstract concepts, but tangible forces that shape our world, influencing our decisions and actions, both individually and collectively. Each culture has its own unique mythology, its own interpretation of the cosmic conflict. From the ancient Greek myths of Olympus, to the Norse sagas of Ragnarok, from the Hindu epics of the Mahabharata, to the creation stories of indigenous cultures worldwide. These narratives provide a framework for understanding the human experience, offering explanations for the mysteries of life and death, suffering and joy. They reflect the universal human need to make sense of the chaos, to find order in the apparent randomness of existence. But these stories are not just ancient relics. They are living narratives, constantly evolving and adapting to the changing times. They continue to inform our understanding of ourselves and our place in the universe. The heroes and villains of these stories, their triumphs and defeats, their struggles and sacrifices, continue to resonate with us today, reminding us of the enduring power of the human spirit, the capacity for both great good and great evil, the constant tension between creation and destruction. The more we delve into these ancient narratives, the more we begin to understand the profound interconnectedness of all things. We see that the seemingly isolated events of our own lives are but threads in a much larger tapestry, woven from the fabric of time and space, a tapestry that stretches back to the beginning of time and forward into an unknowable future. This understanding, this cosmic perspective, doesn't diminish the importance of our individual experiences, but rather enhances them, giving them a deeper meaning, a greater significance within the grand narrative of existence. It allows us to appreciate the intricate dance of forces that shape our lives, to find meaning in the midst of chaos, and to navigate the complexities of the human experience with greater wisdom, compassion, and understanding. It's about finding our place, not just in the world, but in the cosmos. And this cosmic perspective, my friend, isn't just some abstract philosophical notion. It's a practical tool, a guide for navigating the complexities of life. Consider the cyclical nature of creation and destruction, so prevalent in these ancient myths. The phoenix rising from the ashes, the seasons turning, the constant ebb and flow of the tides. These are not merely metaphors, but reflections of fundamental principles governing the universe. Understanding this cyclical nature allows us to approach life's challenges with a different mindset. We learn to accept the inevitable periods of destruction, not as endings, but as necessary transitions, paving the way for renewal and rebirth. Think about your own life. Have you experienced periods of intense struggle, of seeming defeat? How did you emerge from those experiences? Did you find yourself stronger, wiser, more resilient? These periods of destruction, job loss, relationship breakdowns, personal setbacks, often force us to confront our limitations, to shed what no longer serves us, and to create space for something new to emerge. It's in these moments of apparent chaos that we often find the seeds of growth and transformation. The ancient myths also teach us the importance of balance. The constant struggle between opposing forces, light and darkness, good and evil, creation and destruction, isn't a battle to be won or lost, but a dynamic tension that maintains the integrity of the cosmos. Extremes in any aspect of life are rarely sustainable. True strength lies not in the eradication of darkness, but in the integration of light and shadow. In finding harmony within the duality, this applies to our personal lives, our relationships, and even our societies. We must strive for a balance, a harmonious interplay of opposing forces, recognizing the inherent value in both. Consider the concept of karma, a central tenet in many Eastern philosophies. It speaks to the interconnectedness of cause and effect, the idea that our actions have consequences, not only in this life, but potentially in future lives. This isn't about punishment or reward, but about understanding the ripple effect of our choices. Every action, every thought, every intention sends out ripples into the universe, influencing not only our own lives, but the lives of others. This understanding fosters a sense of responsibility, a profound awareness of our interconnectedness with the world around us. It encourages us to act with greater intention, with compassion, and with a deep respect for the delicate balance of the cosmos. It's about recognizing that we are not isolated individuals, but integral parts of a vast, interconnected web of life. And understanding our place within that web allows us to live more consciously, more meaningfully, more harmoniously. The myths, the stories, offer a map, a guide to navigate this intricate web. They illuminate the path towards a deeper understanding of ourselves, our place in the universe, and the profound interconnectedness of all things. So how do we practically apply these ancient wisdoms to our modern lives? It's not about adopting a specific religion or philosophy, but about embracing the underlying principles. Think about your daily routine, your relationships, Your work. Where do you see imbalances? Where are you clinging to outdated patterns, resisting necessary change? For instance, consider the concept of letting go. In many cultures, there are rituals around releasing things. Burning old letters, scattering ashes, symbolically clearing space. These aren't just symbolic gestures. They're powerful acts of releasing emotional baggage, of making room for new energy. We often hold on to things, grudges, regrets, fears, that weigh us down, preventing us from moving forward. Learning to let go, to forgive ourselves and others, is crucial for personal growth and transformation. This doesn't mean forgetting or condoning harmful actions, but rather releasing the emotional grip they have on us. It's about freeing ourselves from the past so we can embrace the future. Another crucial aspect is cultivating self-awareness. The myths often feature heroes who undertake journeys of self-discovery, confronting their inner demons and ultimately transforming themselves. This mirrors our own lives. We need to take time for introspection, to understand our strengths and weaknesses, our values and beliefs. Journaling, meditation, spending time in nature. These are all tools that can help us connect with our inner selves, to gain a clearer understanding of who we are and what truly matters to us. This self-awareness allows us to make more conscious choices, to align our actions with our values, and to live a more authentic life. Consider the cyclical nature of life, death, and rebirth. Many cultures celebrate festivals that mark the changing seasons, acknowledging the natural rhythms of the world. These celebrations are a reminder that change is inevitable, that life is a continuous process of growth and decay, of destruction and renewal. Instead of fearing change, we should embrace it, understanding that it's a natural part of life's journey. By accepting the cyclical nature of existence, we can navigate life's ups and downs with greater grace and resilience. We can see the periods of struggle not as failures, but as opportunities for learning and growth. As stepping stones on the path towards self-discovery and transformation, we learn to dance with the inevitable currents of change, rather than fighting against them. This requires courage, flexibility, and a deep trust in the process of life itself. And that brings us to the concept of acceptance. Not passive resignation, mind you, but an active embrace of what is. This doesn't mean accepting injustice or harmful situations without striving for change. It means accepting the present moment, with all its imperfections and complexities, without judgment. We often resist what we don't like, creating inner turmoil and suffering. Acceptance allows us to see things as they are, without the filter of our emotions or preconceived notions. It's about acknowledging the reality of a situation, even if it's painful, and then choosing how to respond. Think of a time you faced a significant challenge, a loss, a setback, a difficult relationship. Did you resist the situation, clinging to what was, or did you find a way to accept it? Acceptance doesn't diminish the pain, but it can free you from the grip of it. It allows you to focus your energy on what you can control, your thoughts, your actions, your response. It creates space for healing and growth. This acceptance extends to ourselves too. We are all imperfect beings, flawed and fallible. We make mistakes, we have regrets, we fall short of our ideals. Instead of beating ourselves up over these imperfections, we need to practice self-compassion. Treat yourself with the same kindness and understanding you would offer a friend facing similar challenges. Forgive yourself for your mistakes, learn from them, and move forward. Another critical aspect of this transformative journey is the cultivation of gratitude. Taking time each day to appreciate the good things in our lives, no matter how small, shifts our perspective. It helps us focus on what we have, rather than what we lack. This practice isn't about ignoring hardship or pretending everything is perfect. It's about actively seeking out and acknowledging the positive aspects of our lives, even amidst difficulties. A simple gratitude journal, a moment of reflection before bed, expressing thanks to someone. These small acts can have a profound impact on our overall well-being. It fosters a sense of contentment and appreciation, making us more resilient in the face of adversity. Consider the power of intention. Many spiritual traditions emphasize the importance of setting intentions, of consciously choosing the direction of our lives. This isn't about rigid planning or controlling every outcome. It's about aligning our actions with our values and aspirations. By setting clear intentions, we create a sense of purpose and direction, guiding our choices and actions towards a more fulfilling life. It's about defining what truly matters to you and consciously moving towards it, one step at a time. This could be anything from pursuing a specific career goal, to nurturing a meaningful relationship, to cultivating a healthier lifestyle. The key is to be mindful and consistent in your efforts. And finally, remember the importance of community. We are social beings, deeply interconnected with others. Sharing our experiences, supporting each other, and learning from one another are essential for personal growth and transformation. Find your tribe, your support system, the people who uplift you, challenge you, and inspire you. Engage in activities that connect you to a larger community, whether it's through volunteering, joining a club, or simply spending time with loved ones. This sense of belonging provides a sense of grounding and purpose, enriching our lives and making our journey more meaningful. The human experience is, after all, a shared one. We learn and grow together. So we've touched upon self-compassion, gratitude, intention, and community, 4 cornerstones of a truly transformative journey. Let's delve a little deeper into how these principles intertwine and support each other. Think of them not as separate entities, but as threads woven together to create a rich tapestry of personal growth. For instance, self-compassion fuels our ability to cultivate gratitude. When we're kinder to ourselves, we're more likely to notice and appreciate the good things around us. Instead of dwelling on our shortcomings, we can acknowledge our strengths and celebrate our accomplishments, however small. Imagine someone constantly berating themselves for every minor setback. It's difficult for them to see the positive amidst the negativity, but someone who practices self-compassion is more likely to view setbacks as learning opportunities, focusing on what they've learned rather than what they've failed to achieve. This shifts the focus from self-criticism to self-acceptance, paving the way for gratitude. Similarly, gratitude enhances our ability to set meaningful intentions. When we appreciate what we have, we're better equipped to identify what truly matters to us. Our intentions become more authentic and less driven by a feeling of lack or deprivation. If we're constantly fixated on what we're missing, our intentions will likely be fueled by a desire to fill that void, potentially leading to unsustainable pursuits. But if we're grounded in gratitude, our intentions flow from a place of abundance, making them more sustainable and fulfilling. For example, instead of striving for wealth solely to escape financial insecurity, we might set an intention to use our financial resources to support causes we care about, leading to a more meaningful and purpose-driven life. And the interplay between intention and community is equally significant. Our intentions often involve connecting with others, collaborating on projects, or contributing to something larger than ourselves. This requires us to actively engage with our community, seeking out support, and sharing our experiences. Think of someone setting an intention to start a business. This ambitious goal is far more likely to be realized with the support of mentors, collaborators, and a network of like-minded individuals. The community provides not only practical assistance but also emotional support and encouragement, helping them navigate challenges and stay motivated. Conversely, engaging with a community can help us clarify our intentions, exposing us to new perspectives and opportunities that we may not have considered otherwise. Finally, the circle is completed by the supportive role of community in fostering self-compassion. When we're surrounded by people who accept and understand us, our capacity for self-compassion grows. They remind us of our strengths, offer encouragement during difficult times, and help us to see ourselves with greater clarity and empathy. Sharing our struggles with trusted individuals can reduce feelings of shame and isolation, allowing us to approach our imperfections with greater understanding and acceptance. This shared human experience, this collective journey of growth, is what truly makes this transformative process possible. It's in the understanding and support of others that we find the strength to become our best selves. This interconnectedness between gratitude, intention, community, and self-compassion isn't a rigid framework, but a dynamic dance. It's a continuous process of growth and refinement, a journey rather than a destination. Consider, for instance, a young artist struggling with self-doubt. They might start by practicing gratitude for the small joys in their life, the beauty of a sunset, the comfort of a warm cup of tea, the support of a friend. This cultivates a sense of appreciation, shifting their focus away from their perceived failures. From this foundation of gratitude, they can then set an intention, perhaps to complete a specific art project or to participate in a local exhibition. This intention gives their creative energy a direction, a purpose. To achieve their intention, they might seek out a community of fellow artists, joining a workshop, or participating in online forums. This community provides invaluable feedback, encouragement, and a sense of belonging. The shared struggles and triumphs foster a sense of camaraderie, reminding them that they're not alone in their artistic journey. The constructive criticism they receive, while sometimes challenging, strengthens their self-compassion. They learn to view setbacks not as personal failures, but as opportunities for growth and learning. They appreciate the process itself, the journey of creation, even amidst the inevitable challenges. And this process isn't linear. There will be moments of doubt, times when gratitude feels elusive, when intentions falter, or when the community feels distant. These are not failures, but simply moments in the dance. The key is to recognize these moments, acknowledge them without judgment, and gently redirect our focus back to the interconnected elements. Perhaps a return to mindful appreciation, a reevaluation of intentions, or a renewed commitment to connecting with the community can reignite the transformative process. This continuous cycle of reflection and readjustment is crucial for sustainable personal growth. It's about cultivating a resilient spirit, one that can weather the storms and emerge stronger, wiser, and more compassionate. It's about understanding that progress isn't always a straight line. It's a winding path, full of unexpected turns and beautiful discoveries. The journey itself, with all its ups and downs, is the reward. Remember, the aim isn't perfection, but progress. And that progress is fueled by the interconnectedness of gratitude, intention, community, and self-compassion. So what aspect of this interconnected approach to personal growth resonates most with you? And how do you plan to integrate it into your own life? To dive deeper into these concepts and explore even more practical strategies, be sure to subscribe, hit that notification bell so you don't miss out on future videos, and check out my next video on cultivating mindful self-compassion. Until then, keep growing. Ciao. This is Marco.